morning. We are here in Hrvatska and apparently our colleagues want to go for a little shop now.
Nur Bares ist Wahres.
Here we're gonna change some money, I think in Kuna, huh? Kuna is the...
Yep.
Croatia specialist. It looks very interesting ring around the sun. It's like a rainbow light entering a very moist atmosphere probably, or something like that. Very beautiful here, very beautiful. Take a look around. This lame biggest kid's fucking out of town, yeah. Foresty, quiet. A little bit of a river running down there. And since we just ate, we had to postpone the first session to the afternoon. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna check out the area a little bit. So yeah, would you like to follow me along? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Karnik. You can see these ruins behind me. This is the climbing area, and there's a couple of cracks there. That's where we're gonna have some fun today in the evening, I guess. Now, in the moment, there's a lot of tourism going on. A lot of people, because it's a Sunday today. It's a beautiful day. They're doing their vacations things, taking a walk on this beautiful hill, and yeah, so we're gonna wait a bit also until the sun goes a little bit lower. It's getting a little bit cooler, a little bit better to climb.
Was gehört von den, ich weiß nicht, ob du das vorher gewusst hast, ich habe das jetzt das erste Mal gehört von Conny und Conny. Dass den Apfelsaft frisch pressen und in diese Bierfässer.
Good morning. This is the second day of the little Croatia adventure. We woke up in a little bit of rain, and the situation is rather climbing unfriendly, I would say, at least outdoor climbing unfriendly. So the plan for now is to get a little bit of a breakfast in. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna breakfast anything today, but let's see. Maybe a sip of coffee or something.
Also nach 14 Uhr wird es besser werden.
Nach 14 Uhr wird es besser?
Ja, und da ist halt die Frage, ob man quasi dann, wenn es besser wird, zu einem anderen Gebiet schauen.
Wir können ja mal hinschauen.
Um zu sehen, ob es
überhaupt geht.
Und dann halt weiter nach Salja, wenn es
Gar nicht geht.
We are in the ruins of Karnik and looking for climbable routes. What do you think, Thorsten? So what we have here is a couple of 7B plus 7B routes or something. Looking relatively dry, considering that it's raining. Okay.
Ja.
We had a little bit of a change of plans today. We originally planned to visit Zagreb and maybe some of the bouldering gyms or something because the weather didn't look quite good. But then somehow that changed because we thought it would clear up maybe in the early afternoon, which it did. And so we stayed on this tiny little crack down there with these 7Bs and 7B plus and stuff like that for a little bit of quote-unquote easier climbing, which was not that easy actually because the routes were quite short and compressed in terms of difficulty. So a lot of, you know, bouldery stuff, not so easy to read. Got a lot of really good on-sighting and flashing in, I have to say. It was amazing. And in the afternoon, so the plan is now to get something to eat in. I didn't eat anything today so far. It's now 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so that's good intermittent fasting with a tiny eating window. And then do an evening session again, as we did actually yesterday, where unfortunately I didn't get the camera out, but I had a pretty good flash attempt on this route called Every Hole is a Good Hole. Pretty funky name. And it's an 8A/plus on this crack down there in the forest with a lot of artificial holes, unfortunately drilled, but quite good moves, you know. And I tried this yesterday with the head torch on. It was pretty moist, pretty bad conditions, and maybe it's even better today, even though it rained, you know, and the forest will be wet and stuff. I think the humidity is actually better, lower than yesterday. So maybe we can get a good attempt, 1 or 2 in today. And yeah, let's see what we get to eat now.
Es schauen ein paar Kekse sehr interessant aus.
Strudler.
Strudler.
Also, Mayonnaise.
Weil sonst die Fetten ausgeht.
Margarine. This is deadly stuff. Deadly stuff. Where is real butter in this place? I just back checked. This is the real butter. All these 3 are plant plant. The cheapest one is the margarine, which is probably the deadliest one. And we have some plant butter here and plant butter here. This is the real butter, 26 euros. So that's, I think, 4 euros or something. So this is, as you can see, about 4 times as expensive as the plant options here. So this already tells you a lot. Never far, the good old extra Wurst. Wow, amazing. Ein Quadratmeter.
Planti.
Hvala.
Ciao.
Aber wir könnten mit dem, dann ist das zerkratzt. Du kaufst das in Österreich und kannst das in Kroatien abgeben, kriegst Geld dafür, aber die müssen es entsorgen. Verstehst? Und müssen noch Geld zahlen.
Was sagt er? Endstatement. Another day, another wet morning on our way to every hole is a good hole. Let's see if it's dry. Doesn't look too bad, but also not too good, to be honest. Upon closer inspection, I had to realize that all this stuff here is actually wet. Although it doesn't look like it, but can you hear that? This is actually wet stuff. It's very interesting because it doesn't look that wet actually. But yeah, that means this route either has to wait for the next trip or later in the day. Probably for the next trip, because now it starts to seep through the inside, you know, from the inside, because it rained the past couple of days. Alright, since we got shut down by the rain conditions, the plan is now to visit a couple of other crags and see how they like, if they're good, maybe they're dry, probably they're not. And maybe then we're gonna head back to Fürstenfeld, good old Fürstenfeld, to a 45er system wall session. Let's see.
So schön. Ah. Schönste Dino ever.
So just when you're happy about the conditions long enough, it starts to rain again. Really epic crag, man. What a beautiful limestone crag. A lot of pockets. A lot of chipping as well. A lot of, drilling. A lot of artificial holes there as well. But anyway, really good moves and really good rock. I'm just gonna make one more attempt, I think, in this short 8A plus-ish power endurance route on monos. It's really amazing climbing, I think. Yeah, I hope that this rain stops because it makes everything really humid, and I could feel how these holes already start to get slippery and stuff. So yeah, let's see what we can do.
Geil, Alter.
So short, so crispy. Wow.
Very nice.
The monos.
Congratulations.
Thanks. The coloring is very, very significant. He's going in closed mode. We're gonna remove him from the way, so that nobody destroys him. Ja, das stimmt eigentlich. Look at that. Beautiful. Slimy dude.
Der ist in die Richtung klettert.
So, wo es jetzt da nass ist und dann, so, wenn es da das Abbruch rechts drunter quasi so da. Und unsere Lächeln.
This day came to an incredible end. I hope you enjoyed it. It started very moist and it ends very delicious. See you soon in the next one.